Welcome to my teeny tiny talk show. Today we're here with two very, like add 30 more varies to this special guests. YouTube sensations, Grace Helbig and Hannah Hart.
Hey!
Yay!
That's us!
Let's add 30 more specials to that sentence because they're here promoting their brand new film, which is dropping on June 7th across all many platforms, Electra Woman Dyna Girl.
Well, hello, gentlemen. We see you've met our friend Lenny. Hey. You stop recording. I'm going to shove that phone so deep inside you, you're going to have to do Kegels to answer it.
Yay!
We nailed that intro.
Dude, pretty chic.
Yeah.
I'm
so impressed.
You know, you gotta keep it tight in front of the YouTube sensations.
Oh.
Okay. And you're wearing a jumpsuit, and Hannah's wearing her like chic turtleneck. Like very fashion.
Steve Jobs cosplay today.
No, I love it.
I really wanted to go more hardcore with my Steve Jobs cosplay. I was gonna do that and like cross my hands a lot and then take off my shoes.
And talk about being a visionary, you're like, okay.
That comes naturally.
Have you faced challenges being ladies in this industry, or are you just being, is it a brave new world where there's many like female content creators now and it's getting a lot easier?
I choose to see myself as just like a human existing in entertainment rather than like a female struggling to make it in a male-dominated industry. If you kind of worry too much about the possibility of having a struggle because of your gender.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, and it takes up too much time in your brain from actually like thinking about creative projects that you can work on.
I feel very fortunate that I don't fit into the stereotypical mold of what female parts are. It's not really something that like I ever even had to make the decision about avoiding. I was like, I'm not gonna go for the bombshell. Things that are sexualized are always gonna get more clicks.
Yeah.
Sex sells.
true.
It's still true. I was lucky enough to like have the channel take off without ever having to do
Get the tatas out?
Yeah, get the tatas out. But now I'm like, man, views are down.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about boobs?
Desperate times.
So you said you did not want the costumes to be too over-sexualized.
Personally, I don't feel comfortable or confident in overly sexualized clothing in my normal life.
She likes a high collar.
Right.
Yeah,
and
mad blazers.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a testament to I'm not a good enough actor to even act confident in
Like, hello.
It is so easy to exploit the sexuality of a woman in the comic book world.
Especially in the comic book world.
I mean, when you're limited to spandex, we really express that we want to make sure that the costumes are functional and practical.
When we're designing Electra Woman's costume, it's like, she's like a boss applesauce. She's like tough, she's in charge. You've never heard the phrase boss applesauce?
No, is this another like Bay Area thing? Is
No!
Are you shaming her for the Bay Area?
She shames me, no.
She said yesterday a towhead, that you were a towhead when you were younger.
You guys never heard the phrase?
Oh, a towhead, like blonde, bright
No.
blonde.
No.
Okay, that's like
Less.
that's an old-timey word, so yeah.
So goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Guys, now we're at the poop dancing question.
I'm so ready.
Okay, so in the movie, you know, there's like some like shameful poop pass stories. Is it important to you to show women being like flawed and human? And
Absolutely, and that to me has been unintentionally a huge part of my YouTube channel.
Poop specifically.
that's a very niche genre.
My podcast, the one returning question is tell me your worst pants shitting story.
What kind of podcast are you running? Like,
It's the best one on the internet.
I personally have always had like very good control over my bowels. I have never.
You don't want to polarize the audience.
What was the hardest part about transitioning from YouTubing?
I'm so used to creating alone. When you're on a set full of people, you don't want to waste their time.
So you can't like do a hiccup start. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys.
Right.
That just cost $50,000.
Yeah.
In Hannah's very first scene, she had the last line of the scene.
I was like, that's.
And when she finished her line, she just turned to the camera and went, that's it, that's the scene.
I had no idea. Why would I know that?
We had an acting coach that we worked with and really helped us understand the craft of acting.
Did you literally just reference the craft? You hear about it when people shoot out a sequence and they show up and they're like, oh, like, this is the end of the movie, they're dead now. Like, it's, like, be real sad. And then the next scene, it's like, you just met them and like, you don't like them.
Literally.
And then later, it's like, you're gonna do it and everyone's gonna watch.
That's
The
why.
boom guy, like,
That's
you know.
why it's a craft.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
I know, guys, I shouldn't have shamed the craft. I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, you're like, I'm leaving immediately. Okay, you guys filmed this movie in beautiful Vancouver, where I'm from.
Woo! BC.
Amazing city.
We love it over there.
Okay, so this is the part. Tell us what you love about Canada. You kind of talked about this before when you guys came here.
Yeah.
The stress level in Canada is much lower, and it's awesome. It's like
wonderful.
And in New York and in LA, you walk into a live set and everybody's like, "Wah!" Like, but Canada walked in, they're like, "Hey, here's your mic. You guys sit right here, and we get started."
What was, if you pick one, the funniest thing that happened on set?
You trying on on the skirts for the first time. Hannah, you look so sad. You look so helpless. You look like literally an animal caught in a bear trap in the woods.
You're like, my legs are exposed. I could be murdered at any moment.
Exactly.
What was the biggest challenge in making this movie? What like really like made you grow as an artist?
I think that we grow as hard workers.
That sounds very communist. Like, we grow as workers making this movie. Like,
Oh, you're right.
cut to the turtleneck again?
We grow as workers.
Grew as workers. I'm sorry, everyone who comes to my apartment immediately, I don't have any animals, they just get covered in my hair. I dust bustered it before, you guys. Sorry, Michael
great.
did. Like,
This is
Michael's
killing
like,
me.
excuse me? Like, how much stunt training did you do? Did anything hilarious happen with the stunt?
We went up to Vancouver a few weeks before we started filming to work with this stunt team, which was so intimidating because they're professionals and we are these flopping Muppets.
Our stunt coordinator had actually just come back from working on Game of Thrones.
Okay,
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, that's our lead into meeting him, and we're
Yeah.
like, "Hello, welcome to us." And they were really wonderful at teaching us just how to make a punch not look bad.
Okay, what's the number one tip?
Wait, your thumb's
It has to be
here,
on the outside.
and it's like straight wrist. Is that
okay.
sometimes you forget that, and you like do this
You're
or
like,
this.
oh.
Like when you punch, you'll like
Straight.
crank this to like punch like that, and
It's
like on
like
camera
the
this looks.
power's in your hip.
In the hip?
So,
The
yeah,
turn the hip
so
like
it's
that.
all momentum. I was
It's
really excited.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're
I was
in
like-
it, you're like, take off this skirt. Hannah's here. Electra Woman Dyna Girl, which is going to be released on all digital platforms on June 7th, so make sure to watch it. V Girl Power, V Chic. Thank you so much for being here today, you guys.
Thank you.
Yay! This is so much fun.